Hey everybody, Jim Chester coming to you live down here in Scottsdale, Arizona. I have Haasseem Mohammed. We are at the CBP annual. This is their 41st, and you had the pleasure of actually working with Deed Harrison.
Yeah, it was an amazing experience, and I just basically harassed him until he finally decided to allow me to do my internship with him, and then he hired me on after. So that was probably the best experience that I could have ever gotten in my life, to see how this information is applied and to see the drive and commitment that they have to just improving the profession of chiropractic.
Yeah, and one of the things I wanted to touch on with you is like, why is CBP so important with the research that they're developing?
Well, the stuff that we're doing, I mean, and that's one of the things that really drew me towards CBP, is that the stuff that we're doing is just constantly evolving and changing, and we're learning new things, just putting things out that's never been published before, that I never thought was possible. The stuff that Curtis Fedorchuk is doing with the type 1 diabetes studies, and that we're seeing with spondies, and that we're seeing with reflexes, and how the taking pressure off of the spinal cord helps everything work better. We can prove it today, so it's really that constant evolution, that constant digging deeper, and then publishing it to help lift up the profession of chiropractic, and obviously better patient outcomes, putting the patient first.
And I think research and data really gives validation to chiropractic. So it's really amazing that there's so many amazing minds that are, like, as we say in chiropractic, in the trench, but they're not out there like doing the busy work of being in the office. They're doing behind the scenes work, right, setting the standard for not only the chiropractor to have information, but they're setting the standard for other healthcare professionals to see the standard that chiropractic is producing. And then it's all outcome based. It's not this, hey, I like to get adjusted and it makes me feel better. Obviously that's the case for everybody in the chiropractic family, but now we have other eyes looking at the profession saying, well, why should I believe in what you guys are saying? I always tell people it's not a belief system, it's a health art, and that the people that are in the profession understand that, but it's hard to cross that bridge with most people, telling people that it's not a belief system. It is a health science, it's a health art, and it's a philosophical standard of a profession as well. So as I got into the profession, I started falling in love with those tenets, and I was like, well, what is really going on, and how can we start speaking a language to other healthcare professionals?
Right.
How can we start speaking a language to other people that don't know where to go, who to trust for their health concerns?
Right, and that's one of the things that I guess I love about being a CBP doc, is that working with other healthcare professionals. I remember coming out in my traction, I worked down in Palm Beach, in Boynton Beach, in Florida, and one of the mornings I came out and I had 5 people on traction, and 4 of them were doctors in different fields. So, and they're coming to you because they see the research, they see the standard of care that you're offering, and they see real changes, real structural changes, real pressure and tension taken off of their spinal cord, quality of life that's improving, and they've been through the gamut. It's like we live in a very wealthy area where people can afford the most expensive and the best care in the world, and then for them to come in to my office and to be able to see what we're doing and how different it is than anything else that they've ever done in their life in any part of the world, it's something that I would never have if I wasn't standing on the shoulders of these giants that are doing the work, and like you say, in the trenches, so that we as a profession can be uplifted and the better outcomes for every single person that walks through your door.
And see, that's just so amazing, the passion this guy has. So I'm going to ask him a couple personal questions now. Obviously, you got a chiropractic education.
Yep.
What does it mean for you to be the first doctor in your family?
Oh man, it's again, it would never happen without having, people behind you, an army of people behind you pushing you forward to really just constantly be the best version of yourself, and a version that I never thought was possible, a version that I never believed in, that I never saw for myself. But just being around people like the Joe Betts and Deed Harrison and Dr. Nathan Kaner, who I work with, who always pushed me to become a chiropractor in the first place. And he was like, hey, look, these CBP guys, they're putting out a lot of research, man. I don't have the time to go take all those classes and just be involved in it. But when you're in school, get involved. Take a look. Dr. Steve, who was the first guy who hired me. It's just people pushing you, believing in you. So I don't know who you guys are out there, what patient you have coming in, you know, who's in your sphere of influence, but you make a difference, you know, so continue to do that.
So one of the things you were discussing there was the people that you tribe up with and the people that influenced you.
Yeah.
Why is personal development so important to the profession of chiropractic?
Well, I think if you look at the founders, you know, Didi and BJ, I honestly in my heart believe that if BJ was alive today, that he would be doing exactly what we're doing today, what Deed Harrison is doing today, and just constantly evolve it, not sticking with what we were doing because that's what we were doing, you know, but just always striving to be better and not just settling for being able to help 60% of the people that walk into your office, you know, or 70%, or even 85%, that 15%, like why aren't those people able to get well, and what can we do to just evolve and constantly get better? The things we're doing with dental rolls and with the stress views and with all the equipment that's constantly coming out, I just feel so honored to be a part of a higher level of just constant development and better patient outcomes. And these guys just aren't willing to settle just for, oh, well, you can't help everybody. You know, they're trying. They want to know why. You know, they want to try to help prevent these people from going down the path of sickness and disease. So
yeah, it's pretty amazing, and thank you for sharing your message so much. One of the things I wanted to ask you, is there anybody out there that you like to say hi to?
Oh, definitely everybody in my office. Now that you, now that you say that, you know, Dr. Nate and Terry and my whole office staff that helps keep us afloat, and my wife for giving me permission to come to these things. And you know, she's taking care of my son right now, so he's gonna be 1 in 2 weeks. So that, you know, to leave them is hard, especially when it's so amazing. But to come here and just get dipped into chiropractic and see all the new things that are coming out, and all the fantastic work that these guys are doing to uplift our profession and hopefully the way that the world sees us as chiropractors. And because we can get better outcomes, you know, that's what drives me to come to these things.
Well, at this point in the interview, I want to give you the opportunity, if there's anything I didn't ask you that you'd like to share with our audience today.
I think as doctors, we're always striving to be the best versions and constantly, you know, be better in our personal lives and in our work and in our patient outcomes, and hopefully we build a culture of that. And if you have never taken a CVP seminar before, just take one. And I think once you take one, it's addictive. You get addicted to success, and it certainly will suck you into that next level of practice that is just phenomenal. Because the Scully braces, have you seen those?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, the changes that we're seeing with that is phenomenal. So, you know, coming and seeing Jeb and seeing that we're doing that with adults now, you know, and you can help these people in ways that even surgery can't. You know, so it's just amazing to be a part of. So take one seminar at least.
One of the things I'll tell people is, like, when I'm walking around, I'll be like, look, that person has scoliosis. Look,
Right.
They have a forward head translation. Look, how can we help these people more? And I see these people all around us. I go to the airport all the time, the grocery store. I just walk around my city, and I'm like, this person would benefit from chiropractic biophysics. So what I'm going to say is, if you guys want more information on what Deed is doing, go to idealspine.com. There's a portal for patients. There's a portal for docs. Like he's saying here, if you wanted to get more information on how to get into one of the certifications or like come to one of the seminars, there's definitely information for portal for docs. If you guys want more information on what we're doing with Chiro Hustle, go to chirohustle.com. Check out episode 100. You can hear Luke and I interview each other. It's a really special opportunity for you guys to get to know the guys behind Chiro Hustle. So I just want to say love and appreciate all of you guys for being on with us today. Is it okay if I go ahead and close out?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, you guys are just one story away. Keep hustling. We'll see you guys in the next interview.